Hey rock fans, you want to see an unusual rock hounding video? Check this out. So I was with my fiance Kendra up in Colorado this weekend. She bought a house there and we were checking on some work she was having done. Well, behind the house there are a couple of these little outbuildings, including this one. And she believes this was somebody's rock shop at one time. Turns out next to the building there are lots of very unusual and interesting rocks, including jaspers and agates and petrified wood. Behind there, we were finding all sorts of cool pieces of jasper and agates just strewn about throughout these rocks. And way back here, you see there's this big pile of rocks. Now, in this group, I spotted all sorts of cool rocks. You see these like red jaspers, some agate rocks, just really, really interesting stuff, including this big chunk of stromatolite. Check that out. What was that doing there, right? And then all this petrified wood was just sort of piled up right here. Yeah, you can't tell me that's natural. And there were some other interesting rocks here as well, but these were larger rocks, and since we just flew there, we couldn't take these back. However, we did go through the rocks, and we picked out some smaller ones, brought them inside. This pile is mostly the agates and the jaspers that we found, and some other miscellaneous rocks. And then over here, these are the petrified wood pieces that we found. Well, check out this big red chunk of jasper. We did find lots of this. And here's another big chunk of jasper. Check out the colors. Don't you imagine that'll be a beautiful one to slab? Oh, I found several pieces of this green stuff. I'm not sure what it is, maybe variscite. I honestly don't know. Now here's the rock that had clearly been cut. I'm pretty sure someone had a saw there at one time. Check this piece of jasper out with the agate goodness inside and some fine banding. That'll be a fun one to play with. And look at this odd sparkly rock. I have no idea what it is, but it sure sparkles. This one was cut, and I like to think of it as derby rock. That looks like a little derby hat. Oh, and look at the color within this jasper. That's beautiful. I believe this is the optical quartz, maybe? That's what it looks like to me. I've worked with it before. It shines up nicely. Now we're getting to the petrified wood pieces. This big chunk is really cool. Check out this end right here. Look at that. And I believe this is probably petrified palm wood. There's another big chunk of the wood. As you can see, it's got nice color on the inside. Oh, and look at this agatized piece of petrified wood, which was clearly cut. Look at all of that amazing agatization on there. Wow, that's a nice piece. And this one was clearly cut and polished. Not bad, but I think we can do better in the shop. Another nice piece of wood, good color. That'll be a fun one to cut, maybe do a slab and cab video. Well, I ended up separating a few that I could take back with me in my luggage. This little pile here for tumbling, and then these 4 will be just different projects like cut and tumble, how well will it tumble, those kinds of videos. Thanks so much for coming along. I appreciate it. It was an amazing impromptu rock hounding weekend, and we got some good stuff for future videos. So please stay tuned for those. Thanks.